Quartez and Brother Banayah, man. What's up with y'all? Shalom.
Shalom. Bless.
All praises to the Most High, man. So let me start it out with this question right here. Do you think African Hebrew Israelites should be given land in Africa, including places like Israel, Egypt, East Africa, West Africa, North Africa, the whole thing? Do you think we should be given land as being descendants or having ancestors of African ancestry? Should they be giving us land as we want to return home as the African continent governments in a whole? Do y'all think that we should get land, and why?
Yeah, of course, man, because we should, because historically, I think we've already proven, we used to, inherit these lands, biblically, or just archaeological proof. But I think the problem is, that ain't good. I think, most definitely we should, but I think it's something in a way that's stopping us from doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because once we stake claim to that, it kind of puts us in a way of a whole nother people. I ain't gonna get into all that, but I definitely.
What's stopping us? What you think is stopping us? Elaborate.
Well, I'm saying, if we say we supposed to inherit these lands, there's people that's already inhabiting these lands, that's claiming a stake to them, not just the Ish community. We're talking about the Arabs, all different type of people. So if we come in and we take claim to these lands, then a lot of people gotta, they gotta pack up. You know what I'm saying?
Or they gotta share.
Yeah, but if it's ours, then
Yeah, it's enough land. It's a lot of land in the world. Yeah. What about you, Brother Banayah?
Well, yeah, I believe that we should receive, some land. Like I said, though, that's a controversial topic, and it's controversial because we got brothers and sisters who are our brothers and sisters here in these lands, who inhabit these lands already, but they don't look at us as brothers and sisters. They look at us as foreigners, right? And I'm not going to say that that's their fault, for thinking that way. It was just an idea that was passed down from past generations, right? And it really comes from the colonizing. It'll be an issue between brothers if the ignorance isn't knocked out of the way first concerning us and who we are. Then it'll be a controversy between two brothers if the ignorance is not out the way. But yes, I do believe that we should have land, right? Because anything that was taken away violently or by force should be restored righteously. It should be restored to the person or the people that it was taken away from violently or by force. That's scripture. So I agree.
Okay. The kingdom doesn't come by observation. Give me your understanding on that.
Kingdom don't come by observation. So it's more about doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Your works can be many things. Your works can be educating the people on our true purpose and our history. Works can be washing plates for the brothers who doing that work. You know what I'm saying? Because when Christ said that the kingdom will come by observation, a lot of times we're coming to the understanding of who we are and our purpose, and we kind of just sit back and we stay at the studying stage, which you should always be studying. But once you gain understanding, you have to apply that knowledge. Like, for example, when you go into the military, you do book work and you do the indoctrination stage where they're yelling at you and you learning how to do certain things. But then after boot camp, it's time to go to war. So once you get the understanding, eventually it's going to be time to get out there.
Okay. What about you? What's the kingdom don't come by observation?
The kingdom don't come by observation. Right? We're supposed to be led of the Spirit, right? St. John 6:63 says that the words that Christ was speaking to us are spirit, they are life, right? So we should be led by the word. It should, so when you see come out of her, my people, when you see that, that means don't observe it, don't listen and hear, oh, I heard it, and then say, okay, bam, that's all you got to do. No, get out of her, my people. Come on up out of there. Or if whatever instructions you see in Scripture, you should actually do and live by. That's what I believe with the kingdom coming out by observation, because, you know, and it's also being hands-on with your people. Being hands-on, getting out there, getting your hands dirty, getting your knees, you know, get down on your knees and get down there and dig in the dirt, whatever you got to do. You know, you can't sit back and observe this kingdom coming, because the kingdom is us. It's within us. So we can't just sit back and be like, yeah, I heard that, I got that, and I go to Sabbath I go to church or camp every Sabbath. Nah, it's an operation daily. It's a life. It's what we have to live and be. That's what the kingdom is. I mean, the kingdom coming out by observation. That's what that is.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask y'all this. Now, how can the children of Israel become our own nation again? How can we become our own nation again? Can y'all elaborate on that?
I think we can become our own nation again once we all come to the same conclusion of where we came from, and that goes back to what you were saying. Should we all come back to Africa? Because a lot of the diaspora don't even know they're from these areas. You know what I'm saying? Because of course we got our Haitian brothers, we got our Jamaican brothers. You know, they might identify with that, but then you got our brothers from Dominican, you got brothers from South America. They don't know. So I think once we can identify our history, where we was taken from, and then I think we can all come together. And when we realize that we all got a common enemy, you know what I'm saying, that wants to destroy us consistently throughout history, then we can all come together.
Okay. What about you, Brother Banayah?
Can you give me the question one more time?
Yeah. How can the children of Israel become our own nation again?
Okay. How can we become? First off, we got to learn to allow each other to grow and not condemn each other. We got to actually be able to grow with each other. You know, we got to realize that it's not a solo thing. This is a nation thing. It's not just a me keeping the commandments in my own little corner thing. No, we got to come and get amongst each other and actually do with each other. We got to prefer one another first over everybody else, all other people. I don't care how nobody feel about that either, you know. We have to prefer each other first over all other people and begin to actually show each other love. That's what it's about, man. It's about that charity. It's really about the charity with us. You know, that's how we build our nation again. And we have to show a united front. We can't be always putting our disagreements out before the world. You know what I mean? We got to keep some of that stuff in-house and show a united front amongst each, once we get out here in front of the nations. And begin to be solid. Lock arms with one another and say, no, this is my brother, this is my sister. I'm standing with them. That's what we got to do.
Let me add to that real quick.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
want to say, we gotta learn each other, and we gotta love each other too. And I use me and this brother as an example because I never lived with this brother. Of course, we was congregating with each other, in the States. But when we came out here, me and this brother was living together. He allowed me to come into his home. We were staying together. So we had to learn each other, and we had to build that love. So I think that's what we got to do as a nation, because a lot of we have cultural differences, we have doctrinal differences. But once your love for your brother or your sister, it can grow bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we saying. Look, we've been divided for too long, so we got to stop letting this stuff, keep us divided and come together, on those foundational principles.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting, man. Interesting. Let me ask y'all this. Okay, so dealing with Tanzania, y'all out here in Tanzania. We live in Tanzania right now. So let me ask you this: is there opportunity here in Tanzania for the children of Israel? You know, is there opportunity out here for the diaspora, and why or why not? Or just explain. You know, go into the details with him.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely opportunity here in Tanzania. Of course, you have a lot of access to things. Because Tanzania is known for its agriculture. It has fresh produce. Everything grows out here. You know, you can go down south to Mbeya. You have all the rice. You got you got everything that grows out here. You probably got some mango trees around here somewhere. Yeah, everything. Soursop, papayas. You can name it all. But yeah, it's definitely and you can go down to the beach and get some sea moss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coconuts, right?
Yeah, you go to Zanzibar, get all the different spices and all that.
Spicy.
Yeah. I can't speak on every African country, but I know Africa predominantly has everything that the world needs. But they don't have the leadership to, you know, connect and, you know, make the right, you know, connections. You get what I'm saying? So I think coming from America, you know, we are dysfunctional, but one thing we do have is we're business oriented. You get what I'm saying? We know how to get out and make things happen. So once you come here and see the world is robbing these places, then you get, you know what I'm saying? We know people from all around the world now, so we know how to get this product over there. So yeah, there's definitely possibilities and opportunities.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I believe there's opportunity, and I'm gonna say it like this because our people in America, it's a cap on how far we can go, and the things that we can do, right, without just having a lot of money or spending a bunch of money and things of that sort. But you can come over here, and you don't have that label that like we have in America on you. So you can come over here and you can go. We don't even be knowing, man. We be chilling, playing basketball with politicians and people who really are ground shakers over here in this country. We don't even be knowing, man. But we actually be rubbing elbows with all of these people, man. And when we talk to them, and they see because they don't have on no suit or nothing like that when we playing ball or when we at the pool swimming or anything or at the beach. So we don't know who these brothers and sisters are, and you never know who you're speaking to or who around you, right? While you're here. So when we get to speaking to people and they see us operating and stuff, they'll come and they'll talk to us. Right, and then next thing you know, doors begin to open. You know, and that's what it takes, man. It just takes for you to get out here and move around and be obedient to the Most High. He don't place all of the people in your way. You know what I'm saying? So opportunity don't come from the Most High. You just got to do what He say. That's all I got to say. And in Tanzania, I don't think it's no different from Kenya. I believe it's opportunity. Kenya, Tanzania. You know, I'm seeing and hearing good things going on over in Ghana, over in South Africa, Zambia. I'm hearing a lot of good things going on in a lot of these countries with our people. You know, had just been obedient to the Most High, came up out of Babylon, and the Most High has provided opportunity.
I want to say one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's so many testimonies of people that came out here. And you know, in the States, they probably was just regular underclass people, but they come out here, man, and man, they open up businesses and they become six-figure people out here, bro. Like it's crazy. You go on YouTube, check them all out, man. We run into these people, man. I be like, bro, I'm proud of you, bro. You got 100,000 views. And it's like they catching attention of the world. So everybody focuses on Africa, and so that goes right back into is there opportunities here. Most definitely, but it all depends on you though. Are you gonna stay in your comfortability and hide in your corner and say you can't deal with the culture, or you gonna come out and understand the culture and see where you could fit in or provide for that society?
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask y'all this. What are some main important things people should know about Tanzania before migrating here? What are some important things?
The important thing to know about Tanzania is that let me speak louder. They a lot of them don't have the education of the transatlantic slave trade or some of the ills that we face in America as black people. a lot of them just think that we over there living good. You get what I'm saying? I can't speak for all of them, but I can say the majority of the time that I run into people, they don't understand what we face over there, or our history, the civil rights movement, and, you know, segregation and all that, or, you know, slavery. But so a lot of times we're very, you know, emotional when we're trying to get them to understand us, but a lot of them just don't understand that. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, our people won't kind of like we won't help. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a way you got to do things. But I would just say when you come here, just get educated on their culture, on their history, because they got things that they face too. But yeah, that's what I'll say.
Okay. I mean, what you got? What's one important things that people should know, you know, about Tanzania before migrating to this land?
First off, you gotta understand the visa situation. When you're coming over here, you definitely gotta understand that. You understand? Because when you come over here from the States, because I'm from the States, so I can speak on the States. When you come in here from the States, you can get a year-long visa, but you got 90 days to exit and enter. Once that 90 days up, you got 90 days to exit and enter. Say if I stay here for 2 days and I go back to America, and then I want to come back over here, I can come in here free. I just only got 88 days left on my visa. No matter how long I stayed in America, I still got 88 days on my visa up until a year. All right, so that's, but every 90 days to renew it is $50. And then every year to renew that it's $100. But you gotta exit and enter. You can't just, ain't no staying here. You know, you gotta exit and enter. So yeah, you gotta know that. That's something that you gotta know. Unless you're coming over here as with a permit, coming through a NGO or some type of organization, school visas, things of that sort, you can stay for 2 years from at that point, but it's gonna cost you more. And the prices move up and down, so I can't just give you a price right here. Yeah, so the prices is up and down when it comes to that.
Okay.
Another thing, when you get here, you're gonna have to learn to exercise patience. Because when you come here, you're not coming to America. You're not coming to a place that's astute in customer service and things of that sort. So there's gonna be a lot of things that you're gonna not, it's gonna drive you up a tree. You know what I mean? You're gonna get angry at a lot of things, but you gotta be patient because you gotta understand these people didn't get the same education that we received. So they don't have the same customer service skills as us. That's another thing that we can provide here is customer service in certain areas. You know, maybe a class on customer service, things of that sort. But yeah, that's the main key right there is, I believe, patience. When you get over here, you got to get your patience together. You know, because if not, you're gonna be leaving out, or you're gonna be getting kicked out.
Yeah. All right, interesting. I'm gonna ask 2 more questions. So this question is, the East African slave trade, how, according to y'all being out here in Tanzania, how have that affected, you know, the Tanzanians out here? The East African slave trade, the colonizing from the Arabs, how did that, according to y'all, how do y'all see the effects on that towards the Tanzanians?
My bad, it was a spider. I'm still adjusting to the spiders, man. But yeah, how did the East African slave trade affect Tanzania? I would say kind of similar to the same way I don't want to say us because we was taken from our land, but it affects them because they don't understand what they got a lot of times. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of them want to get educated and they want to leave Tanzania. You get what I'm saying? But I think a lot of the other nations came here and they took possession of a lot of things that's theirs. You get what I'm saying? For example, you have the port. You get what I'm saying? You got other nations that's trying to take control of that port. When Tanzanians, the locals, they should be benefiting off of what's coming in and out of here. You get what I'm saying? So if they never came here and took them captive, they would have already had that authority over everything.
Mm-hmm.
So they wouldn't be able to come here and do things like that. So yeah, that's my.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
when it comes to that, you know, the East African slave trade or the Indian Ocean slave trade, right? Yeah, I mean, this diaspora brothers and sisters, you know, but I really, honestly, I sometimes wonder, do the people who are here, do they even think about those people sometimes, you know, because when you bring up certain things, they're oblivious, or maybe I just don't understand. Maybe we just have a language disconnect. Maybe that's what it is. But to me, it seems as though they may be oblivious to, you know, that history. But you know, well, from what I can see the language, because I can see the language that affected them. I can see that the foods that they eat, just about all East Indian or Arabic. You know, the religion, of course. You know, you got a lot of Muslims around here. And we all know who was dealing in the East African slave trade. It was Arabs. You know, so of course they would push that religion. You know, you got to worship the God that of the people who take you down or conquered you. So you know, you got a lot of Muslims around here. And, you know, just a lot of brothers and sisters who just think that they come from a certain tribe, and that's as far as their history goes back. When I say tribe, I'm talking about the different Bantu nations and things of that sort. They really don't understand that their history go back farther than just that tribe, you know, and that they one people. They look at each other as, okay, he's this person, right? But one thing I do like about Tanzania, though, I'll tell you this. They try to gather themselves together under Kiswahili. They try to use the one language, you know, and that's the thing that everyone has in common, to really not cause a division between them so much. And I like that about Tanzania.
Okay.